Hello everyone, Namaskar. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about how acceptance is going to acceptance can create a general positive feeling amongst us, how it can actually elevate our well-being. First of all, let's understand how negativity comes. When do we feel negative? We feel negative when we are expecting a certain thing and the thing happens, or we are not expecting a certain thing and that thing happens. So I'll give you an example here. Suppose some of you must be scared of dogs, street dogs rather. So suppose you are walking on the road and a dog comes in front of you and you get scared, you get startled rather, and that startling state of being is actually because of the fear within you, and fear is a negative vibe, I would say. So why do we get fear? We get fear because our mind is generally trying to avoid a certain thing from happening. Generally, when our mind tries to avoid reality, and that reality is in a way inevitable, fear starts generating within you. The example of the dog was kind of that. Your mind was never ready to face that dog in front of you, suddenly coming out of nowhere. And that is why it gave out fear, which really, shook you off, and all that startling thing came out. Another thing is, you were expecting something and something else happens. Suppose you're a businessman and you have worked on a deal for a long time, and you've given your best according to you, and suddenly one fine day something happens and you get to know that you are not getting that deal. So you feel really angry, upset, and all those negative things. So this is another example of your mind creating a possible outcome for you, and you clinging on to that possibility of that outcome, and then it suddenly doesn't happen because of various other possibilities which you didn't consider, which your mind didn't consider, and you get upset, you get angry, and all those negative emotions come out of you. So the point here that I'm making is, how do we lessen this? How do we become a little bit better in terms of handling this? Because believe me, uh, negative feeling will remain. Negative feeling will always remain within. It is about how well you react to it, how well you handle it. That is the difference between an individual to an individual. Negative feeling is like tails to heads. of a coin. It can never go. Whether when there's positive feeling, negative feeling is right there following positive feeling. So we need to be able to handle negative feeling. We need to be able to know how to react to negative feeling. And the biggest thing that will help, biggest practice that will help us react to negative feeling in a relatively better way is to accept it, is to keep reminding yourself that without tails there will be no heads of a coin. Without negativity there will be no positivity. Because negativity is there, you are able to realize positivity as well. So you need to be able to accept it in a better way. You need to be able to tell yourself that negativity is part and parcel of one's life. It will remain, so will positivity remain, and they both will go hand in hand. We need to be humbly accepting it. We need to be humble in accepting that fact. And then once we put that into practice, our life will be better in terms of handling failures, in terms of reacting towards negativity, in terms of getting out of negativity as quickly as possible. So we must practice the acceptance of negativity. We must humbly accept negativity. Thank you. Namaskar.